jaBRONI, JABRONIXYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBRONI.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the jaBROnis, presented by BODYSLAM.net. I am Topher McCann, joined with Mr. Mike Butler.
What's up?
What's going on?
Nothing.
I saw you.
They missed the original opening to the show. You were touting about something.
I was, and I figured I would do it now instead. But I am your reigning, defending, undisputed, 3-time jaBROni World Champion. But that's not here right now. That's Kane has it. It's on the way. I'm going to be getting that. But you might be asking, what's this over here? What's the ladder doing back? What's that over there? Well, our brother show, The Push podcast, decided to put their title and let me be on the show on the line. And that's where Topher, the belt collector, McCann, just started. And then the jaBROni one on top of it, we got 2 of them, belt collector. I'm looking for more, but All Out's like a week away and got to defend both of them. So I got to soak this in I should be, a t-shirt should be out already. I'm slacking. I need to get in on this momentum. Belt collector. No one's ever had that title before. No one, and I've never even heard it.
It's completely original. Look,
Yep.
You can't be, and I'm shooting right now. You cannot be proud of how you won the jaBROni World Championship. You can't be proud. First off, number 1, you set me up with the confidence points, okay? Well, excuse me, not me, Kane. You set Kane up, all right? That's number 1. Kane's not good at math. He didn't know how to use the points. Number 2, shenanigans, not your fault. Shenanigans on WWE's part, where they made one of our matches just a wash, and it could have potentially changed the game there, because I believe we differed on the picks in that one. I think you went,
and I think it was lower points, but it would have
it could have meant everything. So shenanigans, there will always forever be an asterisk next to your third reign as a jaBROni World Champion. And I did fire Kane though. He had a piss poor performance, and he got a little mad. I don't know why. It's not like it's the first time he's ever been fired. So yeah, he kept the belt a little bit longer, but he said he's gonna ship it back to you at some point. So
yeah, it was a I had Nikki Ash as a pick. You had that for very high confidence points. I had it lower, and then I realized if I need her to lose now, I had to go against I was like, if she loses, now we're good. But
it was an interesting concept. It was because I found myself doing the same thing. It's like, oh man, I picked you to win, but I kind of need you to lose or something. So it was a very interesting concept. I liked where the confidence points are going, and
but having a card just match getting taken off the card for nonsense, and but we'll tinker with it. It's things coming up, we got it for All Out. There's the battle royal. We got to figure out all right, we pick in. There's always something you got to teeter with. I don't think hopefully the card doesn't change, but
well, I mean, they added some matches after last night, I believe. So I mean, I think they're at 10 right now, and depends on, after the newscast broke last night, you may see a little impromptu match that will also throw a loop into our competition. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm honestly still, I was right before we were starting this, I'm still just coming down from everything. I went on vacation right to the Ring of Honor show, SummerSlam weekend, returns galore, and then still like I'm just now like after recording this, I'm just like, I think I'm gonna watch some college football. I think I'm gonna maybe watch some baseball later. I'm just like, I gotta like just check out for like one day.
It's been a busy week. It's been very busy and lots to do. And then you have college football starting. And then 2 weeks, the NFL starts. And then we start betting. And then we start losing money. And then it's like, all right, let's go.
Minshew.
Yeah. Big time Minshew coming to Philly. Love it.
Yeah, we'll go up to that. I mean, I was this man, not the year before Minshew Mania. I was him for Halloween with the jorts. I'm actually wearing those jorts right now. I was going to put on the whole outfit, but we had the whole red thing going on and I didn't want to ruin that. It was not planned.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Where do you want to, I got to hop in for a little bit and watch you guys last night. You guys were on after Rampage over at the BODYSLAM YouTube account. So if you're watching on this, like, subscribe, do it up.
Thumbs up.
Doing some
All that good
t-shirts, giving some t-shirts away. They're doing for
yeah, I heard or I saw actually. Yeah, they're giving away the Summer of Cena John Cena shirt that he wore this summer, and then a Lanny Poffo poem, I believe, also is one that actually people are very excited about.
Isn't the Cena shirt like $1,000?
We didn't discuss prices, but I mean, it looks official. Like, I think he got it when they went to Raw maybe that one day, and bought an extra one, and
all right,
there you go. That's what you call a giveaway.
These guys hop on there.
But yeah, no, I feel like we have not talked in so long.
This is true.
And we had the CM Punk debut, but like that weekend was SummerSlam and I wasn't on the show. So we you guys didn't really even, I mean, you talked a little bit about it, but we didn't talk about CM Punk. I don't got much to say about it other than, it was probably, I don't want to say over delivered, but it was exactly how I thought a CM Punk return after so long would go. Major pop, emotional. It may have even been more emotional than I thought it would be for some people, but executed perfectly, kicked off the show, executed perfectly, would not have had it any other way. But honestly, it was having SummerSlam the next day. I mean, the Punk thing just took me out of SummerSlam, to be honest. I mean, not completely, but
yeah,
because it was still a good show. I thought it was a pretty good show, SummerSlam, but all I kept thinking about was Punk.
Yeah, it was like we were at the Ring of Honor show. After we saw a few things, we were just like, okay, we're ready for Punk now. And then after Punk happened, it's like, all right, SummerSlam, but you're still like, man, Punk came back last night. That's wild. And you're slowly getting through SummerSlam, which was a good show. And then you just see things like the Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch thing. And it just knocks you back again. You're just like, oh yeah, but last night was great.
Right. Like, the questionable decision with the Bianca Becky thing was gave me even more of a reason to be like, man, I'm really, CM Punk just came back, just because it was like I'm all for Becky. I just don't like how they handled it, because I'm pretty sure they knew Sasha wasn't going to compete, but yet they still advertised it. And then B, you build up Bianca all summer since, God, I feel like since January, even with her Rumble win, and you have her lose to somebody who hasn't wrestled in a year and a half in 6 seconds. Questionable booking, I would say. But we have grown to learn that is the regular status quo of the WWE.
Yeah, it wasn't shocked by it at all. I'm just like, yeah, that's the approach we're taking.
Yes. And then, hearing that they're going to make Becky heel also very questionable. I don't think there's anybody that's going to boo Becky unless you hate Becky, like legitimately hate Becky.
I can already say that with SmackDown just last night, it fucking pains me of just the segment of like, here comes somebody else. Here comes somebody else. Zelina. Here comes Carmella. Here comes Mandy Rose. Let's have an 8-way, triple, quadruple match, tag match, in which at the end of all this, it's still just going to be about Bianca and Becky.
Right. So there was no point in this match. First off, I would like to express my disappointment and my anger, because the fact is Liv Morgan should have had a title match like maybe a month or two ago. She beat everybody she was told to beat during that whole Money in the Bank lead up. She should, and Sonya messed with her, jerked her around. She should have a title match. She should not have even been in that match. So for me, Liv Morgan is really getting the shit end of the stick here. But, you know, why have the match? Why have the match? You know you're going to do Becky and Bianca again. Or why not have a legitimate match at SummerSlam? Like, I just didn't feel like there was a point to the match. And I fast forwarded that whole match because, like, I was not interested. I didn't even know it was a fatal 4-way elimination match. On the show last night, I called it a tag match. I thought it was a tag match, but apparently it was an elimination match. So definitely wasn't interested in the whole thing. And, you know, we're going to get Becky and Bianca probably at, I guess, Extreme Rules, and it'll be fine. But I don't think Becky's losing it.
I did the same thing you did. I skimmed through it and I also thought it was just like a tag match. I didn't know it was something good for them.
Yeah. But
what about Happy Corbin?
I mean, I was about to say it. I'm sure you're stoked about his comeback.
Yeah, like I remember we heard about the name a while ago, and I mean, part of me I wish that they could have went with Corbin down and out. I know they were in Vegas though and everything, and it kind of made, but I when he came out with the shaved head, I was like, oh no, like I was really into the bum ass Baron Corbin look. But I think they could have done a little bit more with his Titantron and stuff, with just like the winner, but I like how they got like the strobe lights and the.
Yeah, I mean, I do like it because I feel like it means like for me, I saw it as, oh, he's paying for his own little features in his entrance. Like, yeah, he just won all this money. He's going to splurge and get the strobe lights or something, you know, like, why not? I do. I am a fan of them bringing him back up a little bit. You know, I mean, we've seen enough of him being poor and everything. I just don't like the Happy Corbin thing. You know, I like Baron Corbin, and I really hope that this just isn't how do I put this, the right words, just another version of Constable Corbin, just really happy, I guess you could say. I hope it's not too hokey, I guess.
Yeah, it's an awkward, like, just name in general. Even when we heard it, like Happy Corbin, just kind of like
this is just not for me. But I mean, they still have me with Corbin. It just depends on what they do with him now.
Yeah, they're still entertaining. I think the segment went on a little bit too long, but there was a lot of crowd noise over them, and Big E had a couple jokes that did not land at all, but
it's okay. He's funny enough. Like, he can afford a couple jokes not landed.
I'm trying to. It looks like they might be bringing Sonya out of that role, maybe with Naomi. I saw they had a little bit of a segment where she kind of just played her off and said, I'll think about it, was looking at her phone.
Yeah, I'm not a big Naomi person, really. But if you're gonna, I mean, I could see them bringing Sonya out and beating her, and maybe that's why you bring Naomi back. Because let's face it, when it comes to Naomi, she's not necessarily the most well-booked woman on the roster. In fact, like none of them really are. But
I think they're leading her with the bloodline. I think they're gonna do that.
they could do that. They could do that. I could see that. That would be intriguing. It would bring some interest for me to her. But we'll see. We'll see. There was nothing really to talk about with that. It was just, it kind of devalued Naomi, if anything, because Sonya didn't even know she was coming back.
Yeah.
I feel like it devalued Naomi.
And I mean, I'm trying to remember just when I was.
Well, we had
Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, they're building a little bit towards that. He's a little ungrateful brat. I think I called him on Twitter last night. Honestly, that match will be okay, I think, whenever that happens. It's just, I mean, obviously, Ray's going to carry the whole match. I feel like Dominic, again, I don't think is a good competitor or a good worker. He's still learning, obviously,
which they let it be known a lot during the broadcast.
So I mean, but again, that's why you have NXT, and I don't understand why you skip that with him. Is it just because he's Ray's kid and Ray wanted to do all these things before he retired and they're kind of accelerating it? Maybe. But yeah, not a fan of Dominic. I'm sure the match will be fine. And I'm sure shocked faces once the turn finally happens.
Inevitable. It is inevitable. We had Nakamura and Boogs.
That was Boog's first match, wasn't it?
Was last week? Didn't he have like a match? Wasn't he in a match last week on SmackDown? When we were at Ring of Honor, I could have sworn he was in that match. They were in a match last week. Again, like last week was so.
I was gonna say, not gonna lie, just remember Punk from last week. Not even gonna pretend I remember anything about SmackDown except for Cena and Reigns. But
what else is going on this week? There was that Cass had, I'm sure they touched on it. They're going to be having that guy on the show that they were feuding with about being a shareholder and about spoilers, and that was
a nice little body slam debate.
That was a debate that's going to happen like 3 weeks from now.
Yeah, pay-per-view buys, baby, pay-per-view buys. Need to get it on Fight TV. So, but then you have Reigns and Paul Heyman and Finn Balor and Brock Lesnar and all those guys. What's going to happen there?
It seems it was cool that Finn came out. He didn't.
They didn't forget about him.
Didn't forget.
They didn't forget about him. Although and I love this, he's still plotting his revenge on John Cena. Like he's going to actually have a chance to get it. Like, I hope the next time Cena's back, he's cutting this promo and it's all John Cena-y and everything. And then Finn Balor just whoops the shit out of him. And it's months down the line.
Demon.
Months down the line. I would love it. But can I say that with this Reigns, Heyman, and Lesnar thing, I don't know when that's going to happen. I'm assuming at the Saudi Arabia show. But I think Reigns is going to dump Paul Heyman. I don't think Paul Heyman's going to dump Reigns. I think Reigns is going to dump Paul Heyman. Just the vibe I've been getting from them, it seems like a very Jesus Christ, Judas type of relationship. Not that I was there for those two relationships, but I mean, from what I've learned and read, it was very tumultuous. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I just you saw it from when the backstage segments last night when he was being real nice when he showed up, and then like said like, "Hey, are you coming in?" and like went in with them. I could see how he keeps doing like the really, really nice guy approach.
That's what I'm saying.
And
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like he's playing Jesus Christ, but he's gonna turn into Judas towards Paul Heyman, if you feel me. What I'm saying. I guess, yeah, you really have to want to see that analogy to get it.
I do like the concept for now. If Brock's available for shows with like to see Brock with no voice, just him, like he did back in the early to mid 2000s when he was before Paul Heyman. And I think that's very interesting. I don't know how many Smackdowns he's going to show up on for to build up. But, and again, like you said, I'm assuming they will be doing that probably in Saudi Arabia. I'm assuming Finn will be at Extreme Rules.
You think Finn's going to be at Extreme Rules? Because I think they announced it for next week.
Did they?
I think so. On Twitter, on the Twitter machine, I think they did. I don't think they did it on TV, but on the Twitter machine. And then it looks like we're getting Profits versus the Usos. That'll be pretty good, which means we're going to get like a 6-man tag match 3 times over the next few weeks between Balor and the Profits and then the Bloodline. Just booked SmackDown.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And then, so you tweeted something yesterday regarding the new NXT logo. What are your thoughts? I mean, I know your thoughts, but tell the people your thoughts.
I saw like almost like right when it dropped on the Twitter, the social media. I saw it just, and if you don't think it looks like all of AEW's rainbow artwork with like Dynamite, you're crazy, because that's like all I was like, oh my God, coming soon, NXT Dynamite. I was, as soon as I saw it, like that's their little paint splatter thing that been since the beginning. So to take the kind of like close similar art logo work to a show that was on the same night with you, and then your show moved because the other show is success. Now you're stealing their, I don't know.
Do you like it?
It's
aside from the
I like the NXT logo. I thought that was
new look, new everything for NXT.
I get it. I mean, they're really trying to,
I don't like it.
Step away from it as much as they can.
A lot of people like it. I don't like it. I don't know. I'm not big on the multicolored logo, I guess. I don't know. It's just, why you gotta change stuff, man? Like, why? I get upset thinking about it. Like, why are you changing it? There's no need to change it.
I was actually having this conversation last night with, I had this conversation with 2 folks about 40 some minutes talking about wrestling, while like other people were around, like outside, probably like, what are they talking about? And I was saying, now I lost my train of thought because it'll all come back to me. What the hell were we just talking about?
The NXT logo and paint and stuff.
Oh, yes. So all those years, I never even thought about it, but like I said, like for like 5-6 years straight, NXT takeovers. The only thing I ever said was like 4 or 5 matches. And it was always just like, you can't miss it. Like, oh my God, UC takeover. It was awesome. UC takeover. And it was always like for whatever WWE pay-per-view was coming up that next night, it was always like, it almost had to be as good or better than the night before. And I never really thought about that for the longest time. Vince McMahon had to just start being like, fuck this. Like, I don't know. That was something I started thinking. We were talking about last night, and I was like, and then slowly you just see NXT slowly you pull people up, don't do much with it started happening a while ago. But that's what I started. We were having this conversation. And I was going into all that, and it all started clicking with me. I was like, it kind of makes sense now. While this is all happening, and now they're completely to the point where it's reported that they're just hiring people who look good, and they're going to teach them how to wrestle.
And this is where USA is getting ticked off, because they're going to do that, and the matches are going to suck. They're going to suck, and they're going to drive viewers down. My opinion, that's what I think is going to happen. They're going to drive viewers down. Tuesdays at 8 o'clock on the USA Network, I don't think are going to do well at all. Maybe like the first episode to see like how everything changes and stuff, but it's not going to be anywhere near what it has been.
I kind of want to mention something, but I feel like, and it's not his fault, but I feel like it could potentially be the jabroni of the week for me. So I might just hold on that unless it gets brought up.
Fair enough.
And then I also don't want to bring up this. Screw it. I'm just giving my jabroni of the week right now, randomly, while we're doing the show, because I can't not talk about it.
Sure.
Without talking about on Raw. Sorry, and it's not his fault. But maybe he could have said something about it. But Carrion Cross on Monday Night Raw.
You're gonna blame him for that. You're gonna stamp jabroni of the week on Carrion Cross, who has probably zero decision in what he wears on that show.
You at some point you have to know maybe can speak up. And what's the word? Honestly, if you speak up and just go, there's certain people that they would go that and be like, no, I'm not doing that.
Not Carrion Cross.
It doesn't matter. Like, what is the worst that could happen?
All right, but think about this. This is probably like his dream job of working with WWE. Doesn't want to lose it. And all right, I'll liken it to this. Any of you viewers out there, or even Toph, if you're at your job and you're trying to advance your career in the company, I can speak from personal experience. You want to get promoted. Sometimes you have to eat that shit end of the stick to earn that promotion a little bit. And I think that's what they're showing him, what he's made of. They're testing him, like what can we do with him? And he's probably thinking, all right, I'm gonna wear the dumbass shit, but that's okay, because it's all gonna be worth it in the end.
I am going to remember all of this past like minute something. And when we talk about releases within the next year, like the next 2 or 3 rounds, I'm going to be like,
hold on.
They fucking hated him. They did this to him, and they were like, bye.
Hold on now. I'm not saying that he won't be released, because that dude still doesn't get a reaction. And that's the big thing. He does not get a reaction. And they will know that. They're going to try Scarlet with him. And if there's still not a reaction, both of them are probably going to be released. This is strictly about what he's thinking about his outfit. And maybe he will say something now that it's over and done with. Maybe next week when we see him, he's not wearing that. And maybe it's because, look, do you see these people on Twitter roasting me, calling me Demolition Carrion or something? Like, this is not it. And maybe they change it up.
I have to, for Monday Night Jabronis this past week, I had to thank Twitter. I just said, I can't even, I think I wrote one sentence and just posted like 5 tweets of people like pictures. Like it was Tobias from Arrested Development, Demolition Man. One might have been like Burt Reynolds or something, some kind. It was, I couldn't believe it. And again, more it's not him, but just, and I also put, it reminded me of something that was broke, BODYSLAM.net with the revival, those pictures that came out when they were released of what they wanted them to dress up and look like, which was just absurd. This just instantly reminded me of that situation.
Yeah. I mean, they like the people who will do exactly what they want. And that's what this is. He's just trying to have a job. I think you should reevaluate your jabroni of the week, because he's just trying to make a living.
He can make it.
That's all I'm saying.
What are they gonna do? Send him home? You know,
Yeah.
he's like, no, I don't want to wear that. We're gonna have to do something else.
That's exactly what they're gonna do. You think he's big enough? Like, they obviously
Exactly. Well, he's gonna get paid.
Right, he's gonna get paid. He needs the money, so he's gonna do it.
No, he's gonna get sent home and still get paid, probably. We're not gonna fire him.
I don't know what his contract is, but like, I'm sure if he said no and they got pissed and they didn't want to pay him, I'm sure they would eat that. I don't think he's making that kind of money. I'm sure they'd be cool with eating that and like buying out his 90-day no compete clause and being like, yo, dude, just get the hell out of here.
I'm just trying to stir the pot. I'm trying to be evil. So, all right, I'll lead it off him. And I guess I'll just put it on creative then, because I think that that's a very fucked up thing to do to somebody after what you see, that they could at least have this character in this story. It literally looks like
it doesn't make sense. Like, it didn't make sense. Like, all of a sudden he's wearing this stuff. Why are you wearing this stuff?
When he came out looking like a generic wrestler for a few, I just see it as a fuck you every time. Every time I see a picture of it, I'm just like, oh my God, it's just like a dance monkey, sing monkey.
Yes, that's what it is. And it's crazy because we would come, or maybe not we, but like, I didn't complain, but like Twitter, IWC would complain that, oh, he lost to Jeff Hardy, he's not getting booked strong, yada 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 yada. I know he's been winning matches, but I still don't think he's getting booked strong. And I think the outfit is going to be another reason why I think he's not getting booked strong. Sure, he's winning matches, but like, there's nothing about him that I'm like very impressed with. You know, I don't think he's necessarily a strong character right now.
Yeah.
So.
And also to the point where if they put that outfit on somebody that we didn't know, like it was somebody new, not like someone we already, like, I would still be like, that's ridiculous. But I don't think I would be like, all right, let's see what this is all about. But since we already knew, and then you just see him come out, look like a jackass, you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
If it were somebody new, you wouldn't be asking why. You'd be asking, okay, this character is going to be dumb, but whatever.
And on a side note with this jabroni of the week, I also just want to mention, before we were talking about the guy who they were feuding with over at the Push about spoilers, and that it's been this whole ongoing motif the past week, BODYSLAM.net, of spoilers. And I wanted to make a comparison real quick to it. CM Punk's return. Kind of spoiled. They never really said it, but everyone was watching that, expecting CM Punk to come out.
During Punk's media scrum, they said it was the worst kept secret. So it kind of was spoiled.
Yeah. So it's like, we knew about it. I'm saying that it was spoiled, but not in the term, if you look up the definition, like we knew it was going to happen. You fast forward to Sunday night with Brock Lesnar. A lot of people could have thought maybe he was showing up, but for the most part, like, not confirmed at all. No one was really expecting it. And Brock comes out, and I remember going like, oh, fuck, Brock's back. Cool. Something I did not know about. Let's go back to like me and Mike sitting in the back of a car after Ring of Honor watching on like Sling. and Punk's music hits. We're watching it on the little tiny screen, and both of us are going, ooh, oh, just like going nuts while Dom's driving the car in the front, and knew about it again. And was just, even though it was an anticipated, but it just is that whole thing where it's like, you can kind of be spoiled about something and it still can be really, really like a huge moment. And that was like the one thing that kind of clicked on me this week, where I all the time when these things get leaked around, it's just like, if it's done right, it's been proven that things can be spoiled, but still be one of the greatest things possible in wrestling.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of play devil's advocate here.
I like it.
All right. Yes, I agree. Spoilers to me, not a big deal. If I don't want to know, I will avoid it. But here's the deal with Twitter. You're going to find out anyway, even if you don't read the spoilers. Mm-hmm. With the Punk situation, yes, in my opinion, it was spoiled. I use that term loosely. However, the reason that was so exciting still is because, in my opinion, we have not seen that man in wrestling in 7.5 years or so. So that is why that was still exciting. Now let's go over to Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson. That is what people would call spoiled, in my opinion. Is it going to be as exciting now that I know about it? No. It's going to be cool, but it's not going to be as exciting. If I didn't know Daniel Bryan was showing up at All Out, then I'd be like, and he showed up, I'd be shocked, because in my head, he's showing up in New York. Again, not saying that I hate spoilers, and I'm not saying I'm not going to be excited when Daniel Bryan shows up at All Out, but I can kind of see where they are coming from. And I say this, I will probably be more, I don't want to say excited, I'll say shocked that Brock Lesnar showed up than Daniel Bryan showing up. And it's because we know already. Again, does not mean I am disappointed or I'm going to throw a bitch fit on Twitter about spoilers. Because the bottom line is, I could have A, stayed off Twitter, B, not click on an article that says Daniel Bryan is not coming. Or is coming, rather. So you are in control of, Twitter, are in control of what you want to know. So people have jobs to do. People are asked what to do, or, hey, can you cover this for me? Hey, can you send this for me? Or, hey, WWE, don't tape your freaking shows after saying that you wouldn't tape your shows to USA Network. That's also another thing. So the people doing the whole spoiler complaining shit, I mean, shut the fuck up. Don't click on the article. Get off Twitter. Do something better with your life.
I just had to thinking, like, it was reported he was going to be there. As just knowing Daniel Bryan and him wanting to work with New Japan and stuff, it's like, alrighty, it's like we kind of know like he wanted to go to AEW. We heard he was gonna, and then I just think as knowing the Arthur Ashe thing getting out there so much, in my head, I instantly started thinking that Daniel Bryan was gonna get bumped up and not happen there, just to prove that wrong and bring them at all. So it wouldn't surprise me. If Adam Cole didn't have a non-compete, I would think they would probably throw him on and all and just like load it up. But
sir, you're forgetting something. Adam Cole didn't get cut.
He's a free agent, right? Wasn't he a free agent at midnight last night? Someone was trying to tell him.
You know what that means. He does not have a 90-day no compete clause.
That's what I told this guy last night who was half drunk. So I don't know why I was listening to him, but he was very adamant, which I thought I would have kind of like heard about it. That I was just like, okay. So that's why I said it that way. I was like, there's none of that. He was a free agent at midnight. So
it did get me thinking though, with Daniel Bryan moving up to All Out. I don't think they'd have Cole on All Out, but I could see them debuting him at Arthur Ashe if he goes there. If they go to, swap, and maybe he attacked Daniel Bryan, or maybe attacks CM Punk. You know, I mean, that's my thing, and maybe he wants to start working sooner than that. But I mean, that I was thinking maybe they're gonna still have a surprise for the Arthur, because it's still a big show. You know, it's the first wrestling event held in that stadium, so I think they want something, and I think that's gonna be that has a good chance of being that something.
Just the look of that show is going to be interesting.
Very interesting. Yes. Very interesting. I'm not reporting that, by the way. I don't report things. I just talk shit. That's all.
It's all we were just told to talk shit.
We're just told to talk shit. That reporting is not in my contract.
Yeah. I have to mention like Reginald, Corbin,
sure.
Like Hot Bobby. I mean, I loosen the terms with mentioning Fandango, Johnny Curtis, miss you every day, Dirty Dango. But yeah, that's all we have to talk shit, mention some people. That's all.
That's all we do. That's all we do.
Speaking of Reginald, did you see him like jump off a tree and then flip over an ice cream truck? Fantastic television.
Love it. Fantastic. I wonder, probably not, but I wonder if the ice cream truck was an answer to the ice cream bars CM Punk gave out. Oh, snap. Diddly dong. Boom. It's called a joke.
Yeah.
Relax.
I don't surprised if it was. I do want to mention something that we've talked about a lot in the past, which I thought we've kind of booked it. I thought it would be.
Oh, the jaBROnis booked it again? We haven't had one of those in a minute.
Yeah, but I thought we did it good. Maybe a blow off at SummerSlam, but they did a turn on Raw, and then they're doing the next week on Raw. They're going to have a match. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. And I hate the fact that they're already blowing it off.
I know it'll probably get like pushed to Extreme Rules. I'm sure there'll be. It's just I don't know. I saw this as an angle to do and get Morrison like real over as a face, and
you build this match up to Extreme Rules. Why are you going to do this next week? It doesn't make sense.
I still think they're gonna
I mean, all right, so let me correct myself. They're gonna do it next week. They're gonna do it at Extreme Rules as well.
Yeah, something's gonna happen next week, but it just shouldn't even. It shouldn't. There should be like a it shouldn't just instantly be
dumb.
I thought that was, especially with their long history before, and then he comes back and instantly with the Miz ever since then. And then it's just, I don't know. Almost felt like maybe it should have happened the night before. In front of everybody.
Yeah. I mean,
but again, it doesn't really matter. I mean,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It's terrible.
I was skimming through the raw trying to remember. It looks like they are going to line up Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley and maybe go after the women's tag titles because there's not that many.
Cool. I get it. One is totally opposite of the other. You put them together, they're a tag team. Wow.
That exactly looks like what's happening, and Charlotte will.
I don't know what Charlotte's doing. I was thinking Becky Lynch, but I guess that's not going to happen. I don't know. Did Charlotte do something this past week?
She cut a promo.
Did anyone like interrupt her or anything? Like,
I think so. I think she just cut a promo.
I mean, if you're putting Rhea, who arguably is maybe your second top woman on your Raw roster, What do you do with Charlotte?
Where's Asuka been?
I don't know.
That's about it. I think honestly, it's probably one of the reasons they've kind of kept her off.
But that's the thing, though. Even if they do that, yeah, I haven't
been done before so many
times.
times.
I haven't seen Asuka in a minute, but I don't want to see Asuka and Charlotte Flair. I don't.
I get the Nikki Ash Rhea thing somehow, literally, because there's no tag teams.
Yeah.
So it's like I get that. You kind of almost you had to do another makeshift tag team to.
Oh wait, you know, it's Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. That's what happened on Monday.
Which they've been kind of planting seeds with that the past like month or so. Because that little thing with Eva Marie was just kind of like a middle way to get Eva Marie and Doudrop, and now that's all out of the way. So yeah, we'll get some extreme spookiness with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
What do you think, Charlotte? What do you think Ric Flair is thinking with Charlotte's booking right now? Now that she's going to be doing the hokiness of Alexa Bliss stuff. Think he's like, man, I'm glad that I left. I'm glad I'm on a train eating ass and not being here. I'm going to make it my goal to bring that up once a show. Ric Flair eating ass. Just that.
It's needed. I mean, has she done it yet? Has she been possessed by Lily at all yet?
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah. I mean, oh yeah, it's gonna happen probably.
I mean, it's stupid.
Yeah. Not a fan.
Not a fan.
What else do we what's up with Matt? Like, what are they doing with the WWE Championship, you thinking?
Who came out? Damian Priest came out to them, right?
Priest, Sheamus.
I think
McIntyre.
So all right. So like I'm saying that Goldberg and Lashley are gonna do Saudi Arabia. I think they're gonna run that back again. Or at the very least, no. How old is Goldberg's son? He's not an adult, right? He's like 15, 16.
Yeah, I think he's
I mean, I was gonna say like a tag match with Goldberg and his son against Bobby Lashley and MVP or something, but no,
I'm all for it.
I mean, I'm all for it too. I'd love to see Gage Goldberg get his ass kicked again. It's almost like Dominic and Roman in for me. Roman. But no, I think Goldberg and Lashley at Saudi Arabia, but over here in the good old US of A, I'm thinking, I really hate this, but I think they're just gonna somehow figure out a way to get Drew McIntyre into that title picture and just forget about the rule that he can't challenge Bobby Lashley.
No, they're gonna stick to it. They can't.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh my God, is there gonna be a match for him to?
Right, that's what I'm thinking. You know, like they're not gonna do Damian Priest because Damian Priest has a US title and they don't like doing the whole WWE title and US title in one program probably. I don't think they're gonna do heel and heel with Sheamus and Bobby Lashley.
Multi-man match pop,
maybe a fatal four-way. You're thinking maybe,
but what is he not allowed to be involved in that though?
No, he's not. But who gives a shit? It's WWE. They write their own shit.
You have to go through like a gauntlet on Raw.
Right. It's going to be something stupid like that. He's going to do it.
He's going to beat everybody.
Right. Like
Claymore.
Drew McIntyre versus the entire Raw roster.
He must beat everyone, and then he'll be able to be in a fatal four-way match. It's just fucking McIntyre beating like the whole. Any people who were fired just come back, just claymores, just 3 hours of claymores, and then Drew at the end going with his sword.
I still think Goldberg's gonna win the title somehow. I do think it. Last time he was in Saudi Arabia, he won the title, right? So like, Saudi Arabia is real big on Goldberg. Real big on Goldberg.
We don't talk about Goldberg winning the title. We don't
Just
talk
saying.
about that. Was it him and Taker after that?
After the Fiend?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That was before it?
Yeah, because because then Goldberg was supposed to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, but then pandemic happened. So it was definitely before the pandemic. So I think Taker and Goldberg happened first.
Because Reigns took the title off the Fiend.
Wrong. No. No. So
In a triple threat match, right?
right, but so Goldberg won from the Fiend and then held it until WrestleMania where he lost to Braun. And Braun lost it to the Fiend, and then Roman took it from the Fiend.
In that match. Gotcha.
Boom. So
Nice.
yeah.
I was picking it up. You were throwing it out.
As shitty as it is, it's all in there.
But also, when's the draft?
October something. Which I mean, we're gonna have a mock draft, right? We're absolutely gonna have a mock draft.
And also, and the draft will be before Saudi.
I don't even know when Saudi is. Is it in October?
Feel like it is, yeah. Maybe towards the because I feel like that might have a.
I feel like the draft is mid-October, maybe early October. Yeah, because I think it's actually at the end of September and then it goes into October.
Yeah, because they can basically with doing that, they can book whatever the hell they want for Saudi. Like everything's open. Doesn't matter what brand you're on because you can just make the.
You could potentially have Roman Reigns move to Raw since he's like beating everybody on SmackDown.
I don't think Fox is gonna like that, but they have everybody.
Right, they're super stacked right now, and Raw has nothing.
Do they switch the titles? Like Lashley goes on.
I think
SmackDown?
Big E cashes in before that happens. I think Big E stays on SmackDown.
That's probably the best way to do that if they end up going Reigns on.
Unless they do the Big E gets drafted to Raw, then they do the Big E Bobby Lashley thing and the New Day stuff and all that. One of those two things are going to happen.
Man, yeah, like Hurt Business versus New Day.
Oh, and then oh my God. And then you have Drew go to SmackDown and now he can challenge for the Universal title. And you probably get Roman versus Drew either like maybe at the Rumble or like Mania if they're not doing The Rock. And then The Rock figures into all this if he's coming in November. Drew versus Roman is happening at some point this year.
Yeah. When did they do that? At a Survivor Series, right? They did when they were
Drew versus Roman. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And Roman ended up that was right towards the beginning of when Roman came back, I think.
Yes.
That was the Survivor Series right after he won the title and came back. They had a nice match.
Correct.
Do you have a jabroni of the week?
I did, but we got so into that I totally drawing a blank right now. It was a good one. Oh yeah, I got it.
Nice.
Boom. All right. So this is I'm gonna lay off the Twitter. We already talked about the spoiler pansies and stuff. I'm gonna push them to the side, and I'm gonna unite all of us. A happy ending to this week's episode of the jaBROnis.
I like that.
I was watching SummerSlam last week, and there were some people over, not invited by me. And, look, with the way Peacock is, you can't, as far as I know, you can't fast forward or start from the beginning. You have to catch it live. You know what I'm saying? Like it only lets you watch live. So there are some of these guys that were in my house were not wrestling fans. Yeah. And so I'm not going to give up my TV to these guys. Like I'm going to sit in my living room and I'm going to watch SummerSlam live, whether you're here or not. So obviously, since they're not wrestling fans, you get that one person who says the F word.
Oh my God, they did?
They said the F word. Straight up, no hesitation. They said the F word. And you know the F word I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's the one you can say without getting a. I mean, you can't say it in the terms of what this person said it.
Out of respect, I will not name names, but I will say that she said the F word. It's not my wife, by the way. It's not my wife. She said the F word. And then I immediately cocked my hat, turned it around like so, and began to school her in all ways possible.
Let's
with
find out.
one simple question. I asked, "What's your favorite TV show?" She said something weird, but it was a TV show. And I was like, what you're watching now is no faker than what you watch. And she's like, what? I was like, what's the difference between your show and my show? It's scripted. It's like, so is my show. It's like, yeah, but moves aren't real. It's like, they kind of are. Kind of real. She's like, yeah, well, mine's entertaining. To the like fishing. She said, like, it's just entertaining. Yeah. That's what you have. Entertaining. Well, for me, that's subjective. I mean, sure, to you, this isn't entertaining, but to me, even though it was SummerSlam, and even though they do a lot of unentertaining things, the art form is entertaining to me. So not only does this go out to her, it goes out to everybody who says that. And it hasn't happened since we've started this show. But I don't even know what to call them. You know what we call them? We call them jabronis of the week to anybody who uses that word in any of our presence. So here we are, a one united wrestling fan base.
Yes.
Jabronis of the week are those people.
Were they watching something when you put it on?
Something was on in the background.
But like,
they were chilling and talking to each other.
How many people were here around? Oh. All right. And you put it on and she says, yeah, that's
it wasn't that, it was just that one person. It was just one person. Everybody else didn't, like, again, paid no mind to it. They were just talking to each other. But there's that one person had to say it.
It's always the case. It's always the case.
Yep.
But also, I always feel like when you have it on and someone's around who like never watches it, there's always something like one of the like cringiest, like terrible backstage segments. And you're just like, oh yeah, like these people probably having a field day with this right now. Like, oh really? You like this? I'm like, come on. It usually doesn't happen.
It was kind of bad timing because I did watch it when the pre-show was on, and the one guy was like, are they ever gonna like stop talking and wrestle? I was like, I mean, yeah, it's the pre-show. It's pre. It's not happening yet. It's pre. And then for some reason, all he remembers, because he used to watch it back in the day, and all he remembers is like Booker T. And he saw Booker T on the pre-show. He's like, oh, does he still go? It's like, no, he just has really bad takes.
Yeah.
That's all he
can be the brony of the week, dude, too.
That's really all he's got these days. But like, it's all, you get like, oh my God, Edge, is he still going? And it's like, yeah, he just came back and stuff, like, so it was one of those things.
Well, glad you put them in their place.
Hey, got to.
All right. Before we get out of here, let's plug some things away. we already did the whole like, comment, subscribe, click, all that. Follow the BODYSLAM YouTube account. I hopefully starting soon. I think we're gonna start doing all of the episodes live weekly, going right out there, and then also it'll be available in audio format in like an hour or two after the show. So might start getting that going.
Uncooked, uncut, uncensored.
It'll be, and also it'll save a lot of time. We'll be able to do a lot more whenever there's no uploading time, so we can just get on there and put it right out there. And
viewers can like chat with us and stuff.
Yeah, and you can comment on our red attire and stuff. Already calling this episode jaBROnis in red.
Oh, word. I did just make the connection that Kane is not here and we both wore red, so this could be like a memorial to Kane,
for the falling.
Yes, the fallen. Yes.
It was a great little like cameo spot for a little while. Bring him back.
I mean, he wasn't gonna have it forever, so
hey, we gotta bring back old timers sometimes. It just pop right and get the hell out of here. We brought Kane back. There was the whole Daniel Bryan news and stuff. We had Cass on, and then we brought Taker back. And we got rid of King, and then Taker's gone too.
Right. So, maybe one day we can get somebody else here. Maybe one day we can have another old timer, or maybe one day you get somebody not even involved in wrestling, but you get another celebrity and from another universe. What if? That's a hint. That's a hint, everyone. That's a hint.
Is it the band Creed?
No.
It's said, what if? You said what if?
I said what if?
That's Creed. Is it Scott Stapp?
No.
Scott Stapp gonna take the
No, it's not Scott Stapp. It's all right. People know what I'm talking about. God damn it. What if?
Could be Scott Stapp.
I comment no further.
You could follow us on Twitter at jaBROnis Pod. I'm at jaBROni McCann.
I'm jaBROni Butler, by the way.
We got in the link. You click the merch store, get some t-shirts, some hoodies. Where the podcast, whatever you're listening, Apple, Spotify, wherever you're listening to us, just search for the jaBROnis, subscribe, listen to all the episodes on your podcast apps.
Also, Smackdown's coming up end of September. We'll be there. It's gonna be banging. Say hi. Get interviewed.
I believe we
might have some shirts to give away for that too. We'll walk around. We'll maybe ask like a trivia question or something and throw you a jaBROni shirt. I don't know. It's wild. We got ideas.
Also maybe going to Dynamite as well. And also I feel like my 5-year-old daughter wants to go to Dynamite. So
okay.
That may happen. So I don't know if she's up for it, but it might be a school night. She goes to kindergarten.
Definitely will be a school night for sure.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to make it seem like.
And I mean, if they keep taping Rampage, I mean, it's gonna be a long night.
But if not, I don't know. But yeah, definitely, we're gonna be walking around at SmackDown a lot.
Walking around at SmackDown, yes.
Anything else coming up?
I'm going to a wedding today.
Whoa, really?
Sort of. I mean, a celebration of two families joining. It's not an actual wedding. I'm going to go to Maggie's and they're celebrating there. They're not having a ceremony. So there's that.
I should go crash Maggie's.
So if by chance you are watching this and you are going to Maggie's, say what's up. if you're in the Northeast Philly area.
Yes. Well, now I am going to upload the episode and just kick it. Have a Saturday, have some drinks, watch some college football. And I can't even imagine it. It seems fantastic, but it's going to happen.
Yeah. Sounds like you're going to lose a lot of money.
What else would be a good, great Saturday? We will be back next week. Is next week going to be?
Yes, you defend your title. You defend your title next week.
Yeah,
it's against me.
Because I was saying we're gonna.
Yeah, it's against me. It's not against Kane. It's not against the Undertaker. It's against me. The chain was broken. I get another title shot now.
We will have the card. We'll see how many we have on there, and are we including like just a main card? Because I know they'll probably have like a.
Well, I feel like isn't the pre-show is going to be the Battle Royal, right?
Is that what they're doing?
I think that's what. Didn't they do that last time?
For both of them? Don't the men and the women have one?
No, just the women. Men do it at Double or Nothing because they had the Leo Rush thing. It's just the women. That's
the women's one. That's the only match on it.
Yeah, that's the probable likely debut of Ruby Soho.
Yeah. So
yes,
yeah, we'll have everything included. We'll do that next week. That's crazy. And also then I'm sure we may pop up on maybe the Push at some point, one of their new episodes.
With how everything's been going, we'll probably definitely be on there.
They probably want that back. Actually, Dom hit me up right before recording today saying that he wants me to defend this in the ring in a basketball court in a free throw competition.
It sounds like they're just desperate men do desperate things to get that.
Yeah, like so quickly. It's like, guys, next week. I'll do it next week. I'll make picks for All Out and let you have it. But you wanna shoot free throws. I can shoot free throws.
Shit.
So I don't know. You may see some kind of video of people shooting free throws at some point, maybe if this goes down. We'll
Jesus.
Because I ain't no bitch. I'm the belt collector. And sometimes you gotta defend that belt. But
that gimmick ended. That gimmick is gonna be short-lived. It's ending this week.
Yeah, I know, but I'm riding it, dude. I already had a week of it. I have this whole other week now to just keep a sweet profile picture and everything. It's great. All right. So you'll be seeing us all over the place and on Twitter this week. Besides that, jaBROnis out.